Okay, so yesterday, you took the time to kind of chart out some of the positives and negatives of the three choices that a woman would have to make if she is pregnant, right? Abortion, adoption, or keep the baby. So today we're gonna move on now today to kind of the major arguments that each side makes, right? So we haven't really used these terms a whole lot, honestly, yet. It's probably my fault, but um, in this issue, there are definitely two sides, and they generally term themselves pro-choice, the side that is in favor of allowing the woman to choose to have potentially an abortion, and then there's the pro-life side, which would really prefer that the woman either obviously choose to have an abortion, or excuse me, an adoption, right, to have the baby adopted, or to keep the baby, right, and typically people on the pro-life side are obviously against abortion, and they would like to ban it, right, and to just not have it, right, or maybe only in very very extreme cases like rape or incest or the mother's life is in danger, right. Some people in pro-life would say no, never, but others are willing to have some exceptions, right. Pro-choice, most people are okay with the restrictions and regulations that states put on abortion, thinking that abortion should obviously happen early in the first trimester. But some in the pro-choice are much more extreme, and they say no, there shouldn't be regulations. It is the woman's choice, and all throughout her pregnancy, all the way till the day before potentially birth, the woman should have the right to get an abortion. So again, there's a little bit of what's what I'm looking for. There's a little bit of kind of leeway on the two sides, okay, and then there's some variation, but they generally again term themselves pro-choice. The woman should choose, and abortion should be an option, and pro-life, right? Abortion should not be an option, and in general, it should be banned. So all I've done here is I've just provided you a handout that you're gonna read through that details out again 5 very common arguments on each side. There again, as usual, are more, but I've tried to pick the ones that tend to be the most commonly used. And then tomorrow we'll also detail a little bit about some potential issues and arguments about the Supreme Court case, but we'll save that for a separate lesson. So all you're using now, today's arguments that are used commonly on the pro-choice side or the pro-life side. The assignment is just this. You're going to need to look through them, and obviously you're probably going to agree with one side or the other, but you're going to need to rank both sides arguments from 1, most persuasive, down to 5, least persuasive in your opinion, okay? So even the side that you disagree with, they have to have a most persuasive argument, right? I mean, one that you think, okay, I mean, I disagree with their side, but to me this one seems at least to have some validity and some persuasion potentially attached to it, right? So you're going to do it for both sides. Then, for both of your lists of rankings, right, 1 through 5, you're going to provide one paragraph for each side detailing out why you put the most persuasive argument at the top. All right, what was it that really convinced you that your number one on your list is the one that you really identify with, right? And you view it's the most persuasive and the one that really would potentially convince the most people to either be pro-choice or pro-life. Okay, so you're going to end up with 2 lists, 1 through 5. Those can be summed up. Just put 3 or 4 words to kind of key in on what the argument is. And then you're going to have 2 paragraphs total, one describing your most persuasive pro-choice argument that you think is the most persuasive, and one describing and explaining why the argument that you put at number 1 for pro-life, in your opinion, is most persuasive. Okay, and I attached directions in the assignment, but I wanted to kind of talk you through it as well.